How's it going, fellers and fellettes? Got some more clips.
All right, something's fucking fishy around here and I don't like it. This tree, I know. I know this tree well. This fucking thing, that thing is not real. That's not a real fucking tree. It's not in any of my childhood photos, and it doesn't even show up on Google Maps. On top of that, I feel like it's been getting closer to me. I fucking went out there the other night and measured it 377 feet away from me. I measured it this morning. 345 feet away from me, and the motherfucker's getting closer. It's getting closer to me. Why? There's no logical explanation. What is it, fucking tracking me? It's not real. Life is a fucking simulation.
What do you think? You think life is a simulation? You think like there's a sinkhole about to start or something? Um uh I know there's some videos of like those trees walking. I don't know how real they are, but I know it's pretty wild to think about. I know they say that what trees and plants can like tell the color of shirt you got on and stuff like that.
According to Wired magazine, many people on the right, including Trump supporters, now believe that this was staged. I want to remain respectful to the president while I discuss this, so in solidarity, I attached a maxi pad to my ear. The article cites a lot of MAGA podcasters and influencers and pundits who have seemingly started questioning the events. Apparently, the president has lost Tim Dillon.
But I think maybe it was staged.
Tucker Carlson has also tweeted that the FBI covered it up. He also has recently said that he thought that Israel was involved, and that is a sentiment also echoed by Candace Owens. Emerald Robinson, who was a broadcaster for OAN and Newsmax, she includes the Butler rally in a list of conspiracies that she blames on the FBI. A woman named Trisha Hope, who is a GOP national delegate from Texas, recently tweeted out like a whole fucking dissertation, which I'm not gonna bore you with, but she ended it by saying, if you cannot look at this story and use critical thinking skills and have at least some questions, you are part of the problem and we need you to snap out of it. These people are gonna be so mad when they learn about the Epstein files. But anyway, according to the article, this MAGA skepticism about the events in Butler, Pennsylvania, really sort of picked up steam after the Joe Kent interview with Tucker Carlson. For those of you who don't know who Joe Kent is, he resigned his position as director of the U.S. National Counterterrorism Center, and he did this very publicly. He penned an open letter to Donald Trump in opposition to the Iran war, yada yada. Okay, during the interview, Tucker Carlson and Joe Kent discussed the failure of the Trump administration to provide more details about the Pennsylvania shooter. Kent claimed, without providing any evidence, that investigations into the shooting had been shut down before they were finished. Okay, all of that being said, even if all of these MAGA influencers are starting to question the narrative, there is another part of the article that I think is very, very important. There's a QAnon influencer on Telegram with 100,000 followers, and he asked his audience, how does everyone feel about the narrative surrounding the Butler assassination attempt on Trump? The overwhelming majority of the hundreds of replies, almost all of whom remain Trump supporters, said that they believed the incident had been staged and that the truth may never come out, which means these people believe Donald Trump staged an assassination attempt which got 2 innocent people killed, I guess to garner sympathy, right? And increase his chances of being reelected. And that's not a deal breaker for them. They went from saying God spared him on that day because he's the chosen one, to now saying, yeah, he probably killed 2 innocent people for a photo op. So what? Because that's how cults work. It doesn't matter what President Miracle Ear says or does. They just know that President Miracle Ear is always right.
Yeah, like how he's in all them photos too. Yeah, that I would say that's definitely a false flag. Like, I would just say it's fake, but I mean, if people really, you know, then yeah, false flag. Uh,
Larry, you're in the shot. Larry, can you please do? No, don't put your coffee down. Would they buy that? It's space coffee. Can you use a space coaster or something? You guys, this is amazing. They have found life on Mars. I am not even kidding. Legit life on Mars. Look, a fly on Mars. Can we send more there? So this astronaut's wire completely malfunctions, and they quickly cut away before anything bad happens. I'll show it again. Whoopsies. So if these are fake, and again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, someone missed a reflection in the edit.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
It's called real good engineering.
I got him.
A tortilla? A massive tortilla?
Yeah, that's crazy. Eh? These clips, more people need to see clips like this.
Today we talked about one of the scariest things in the ocean, and it's the fact that there is a species of whale that we can hear that's so far down there we can't see it. We can't get to it. It's called the Blue 52 whale, and you all brought up an interesting point that I've been looking further into. Whales breathe air. We can hear it and we know it's down there. Why is it not coming up? Why can't we track it until it gets to the surface so we can see this new species of whale that we know exists but can't see? And I've actually came to one dark conclusion after doing tons of research on this, and then I don't think it's a whale anymore. I think that something down there has learned to mimic whales. And the only reason I can think that it has learned to mimic whales is to attract them so it can eat them. Now, we know that this whale is giving off a frequency that is similar to blue whales, the largest whales in the ocean. So what could be mimicking that noise to eat something that large? My only conclusion is that something down there in the depths, dark and deep, is a true monster, and it is absolutely massive. And you all might call me crazy for believing this, but people were called crazy for believing in giant squids for centuries. And then we finally proved they were real, okay? And guess what? They are deep in those trenches. That's why we don't see them. The other thing that is possibly scarier is that the thing mimicking the blue whale noises, we know it has to be fairly large to make that much noise. But what if it's a bunch of mid-sized creatures? And when the blue whales go down there, it's just like a pack of hyenas that are all fairly large themselves. And I can't imagine, I think that is much more horrifying to think of just getting a legion of beasts just descending upon you in the darkness where you can't see your own hand in front of your face. Think about that, everybody. There are real life monsters out there. We talk about cryptid creatures and Bigfoot and all this different stuff, but there's real monsters out there. Like, have you seen the pictures of some of these things that are in the deep trenches? Like right now, wherever you're at, just imagine on this planet, the earth we share, those things exist. They're not myths. They're not conspiracies. They're not spooky stories. If you were to be able to teleport yourself into the ocean right now, you would see the most morbid, horrific creatures imaginable. And it's not a storybook. It's not a fantasy. It's what's on our planet right now. If you all missed the video I'm referring to that went viral about this Blue 52 whale and my research on it, there is a frequency, and it's called the 52 hertz frequency, because that is the I guess the sound decimal that it's giving off. We can only hear it with hydrophones, but we can hear it so routinely. We know exactly where they're at, but they're just so deep down in the ocean. We do not have the technology to get there. And if we do send those like little drone subs down with the lights and everything, they'll just move away from it because they're very sensitive to noise. But we hear it routinely enough, we know exactly where it is, okay? They used to think this was one solitary whale because it was only heard around the same spot every time, and they thought maybe this was just a whale with a mutation, but then they found some more of them across the world. So we do know it is its own individual species of whale that is just absolutely massive. So we can hear them with hydrophones. We routinely know where they are, enough to know where there's like spots that we can routinely go and guarantee hear them. But to me, if something's playing on repeat like that, you know, I know tons of hunters. I've hunted myself. You stay in that same spot where you know that it's true and proven to get, you know, to get your target, to get your prey, and make that same decoy noise over and over and over until you get the result you want. And that's what I think spooky about it, because pods of whales travel thousands of miles. Why is this one staying in the same spot? Why is this one staying in those like same 3 or 4 locations we know of that are across the world? And I think the answer is exactly what I said my research pointed to, is that it is not a whale that's migrating and moving and trying to find mates. It's a creature that knows if I stay here, the lure works. If you like these creepy stories and these theories and all these fun things to talk about, follow us over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It's called Matt from Nomads. I'll put a link in the comments section if you all want to find it. Thank you all so much for supporting these videos. I truly do want to hear your thoughts on this. And if you have any spooky theories of your own, I would love to hear them. Okay? Follow our page and stick around. We do these pretty much every day.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of giant sea beast, right? There's probably a bunch of them, like the Leviathan, right? I was thinking that made me think about them dolphins that talk to people, or they say talk to people. You think they go around ganging up on other fish and they eat fish, right? Right? Yeah, I think so.
Reason why you go to church on Sunday and you see these mega churches and niggas is millionaires and billionaires, because until they can monetize it and tax it, just like you got people doing life sentences for weed right now and it's legal everywhere, until they can monetize it and tax it, you're not going to be able to use it. Just like we just seen, my mama was terminally ill with colon cancer a few months ago. I went to Mexico and got fenbendazole, and now she cancer free in 4 months.
Wow.
Declassified CIA docs come out and say that cancer is a parasite. And what is ivermectin and fenbendazole? A horse motherfucking parasitic killer.
Right.
They sell it at Tractor Supply.
Right.
But they got it marketed where you can only treat it to cattle.
Right.
My mom took it and she's cured from it. We living in an era where they'll give you the suntan lotion that gives you cancer, and then they sell you the medicine to treat it.
Right.
They don't cure nothing. They just treat it. People get.
You think that's actually true? I know I've heard that cancer is caused by parasites. I've heard that a lot. I've also heard, by parasites, but they say like certain frequencies can like eliminate it. Something to think about.
I might be reaching, but what's going on here on Etsy? Why are these children's paintings so high? And why is there multiple of them, including one labeled pizza oil painting? Not to mention AI-generated pictures of kids eating wings and pizza, going for around 3 to 4K. And even pictures of pizza for 3K. And there's this one labeled coming soon for 51K. And the person's name is Earth's Dark Author. I'm not saying anything is going on here, but let me know what y'all think is going on here.
Yeah, these people suck. I'll tell you what, this guy, the guy talking, like he used to make videos where I don't know, he talked about different things, but like he was eating and like chopping up food and eating it. And I know a lot of people have made them type of clips, and I cannot stand them. They're so annoying. I don't like watching people eat. Also, I just thought about it. I made another channel. It's called Nugget Farm Talks Bible. There's no videos on it yet, but I will have a video up in the next couple days, or day or 2 or 3 or something like that soon. So if anybody wants to check that out, appreciate it.
Meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular things, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem.
Yeah, these people. What's wrong with them, like defective almost, what it seems like.
I'm about to tell you is another conspiracy theory, so don't take me serious. This is not the truth. This is just what I think happened. I feel like if you want to know the truth on what's going on, you have to look at the missing scientists. What are their work? What are they voicing in the past? What are they working on? Look at this diagram from General Neil McCasland, the former head of Air Force Research Lab, before he vanished in February. He showed us that time and motion are actually a 1/4 sawtooth wave. Think of an airport moving walkway. If you walk on it, you go twice as fast because the floor is moving with you, right? McCasland revealed that the elite used a sawtooth wave to turn the very fabric of our world into a moving walkway. They didn't just move the plane, they took a plane already going 500 miles per hour and turned the floor at light speed underneath it. Those 3 orbs use the sawtooth frequency to slide the map under the plane. They use the plane's own forward momentum to jump instantly to the west. Think of the 3 orbs as magnets and the plane as a metal filling. As they circle the plane, they're spinning up a plasma envelope. They are vibrating the air in the plane at the exact sawtooth frequency that matches the destination. And the flash you see before the plane disappears is a photonic discharge. Think of it like pulling a high voltage plug out of a wall socket really fast. You get a spark. The walkway moves at light speed. The plane is gone before the camera can even record the next frame. To us, it looks like it vanished. The people inside, they just see a flash, and then the destination appears. The elite told you it crashed, but the ocean's current, they don't lie. The debris in Africa drifted west from Diego Garcia, not north from the crash site. They scuttled the evidence in the Maldives trenches to hide the fact that they just edited a flight path in real time. On April 14, FEMA Greg Phillip admitted that he was translated 50 miles away in a flash. He found himself at the Waffle House in Rome, Georgia. And you know why he's saying this? Because they need a bridge narrative. They need someone credible, like a FEMA director, to tell a story to introduce the concept of teleportation to the public, but in a way that feels non-threatening or even a little bit funny. Isn't that how Hollywood always desensitizes us from future news?
Teleportation would be pretty awesome, you know? You can just kind of pop up anywhere. I don't know. What do you think? You guys think that happened?
Take the liberty of writing down.
Sorry, I just thought about something. I know. I'd say probably, you know, they probably can. Like, I know there's some stories of these people that are like skiing or hiking, and they go missing for like a week, and they're found in like across the country and whatnot. Right? I don't know. What do you think?
On the 11 scientists and engineers who've either gone missing or been found dead under mysterious circumstances in the United States over the past 2 years, and I have it right here. Number 1, Amy Eskridge. She was found dead in June 2022. She was the one who came out and said she was being targeted and followed and then was found dead not long later. She was researching anti-gravity propulsion systems and electrostatic propulsion systems. Number 2, Michael David Hicks. He was found dead in July 2023. He was researching Earth space observation systems, so things like near-Earth objects and comets. Number 3, Frank Maywald. He was found dead in July 2024. He was working on planetary robotics systems like the Mars rover. Number 4, Anthony Chavez. He went missing in May 2025. Not much is known about what he was researching, but he had clearance at the Los Alamos National Lab. That's where they do the nuclear stuff. Number 5, Monica Reza went missing in June 2025. She was working on orbital communication systems. Number 6, Melissa Casillas went missing June 2025. Again, not much is known about what she was researching, but she did have very high security clearance at Los Alamos National Lab. Number 7, Steven Garcia went missing August 2025. He was a nuclear weapons engineer. Number 8, this one's fairly close to me. This is Jason Thomas. He was found dead in the lake in January 2026, but went missing in December 2025 when he left his house without his wallet or keys for no reason. He was working on chemical biology and experimental drug development. Number 9, Nuno Loureiro was shot dead in December 2025. He was working on plasma physics and fusion science. Number 10, Carl Grillmare was found dead in February 2026. He was researching exoplanets, stellar streams, and near-Earth objects. And finally, number 11, William McCasland went missing in February 2026. He was the director of the Air Force Research Lab. He was working on advanced military research and development like hypersonics, directed energy systems, and advanced propulsion tech. Now, normally I'm not one for conspiracy theories unless they're absolutely airtight. I feel like speculation doesn't help anyone with anything. But when you start to get 11 points that create the same line, I feel like we're leaving speculation land pretty quick. This feels like the beginning of a movie where I end up running through a field and hiding in a barn while there's aliens above me. And that's because I'm the main character in my movie. You could also be the main character in your film where you're running through a field. Or maybe you're in the pod. Maybe it's a short film. I don't know, but this is not looking good, guys.
I don't know. There's clearly something going on with these scientists. They probably made something and then, were silenced or something afterwards, I don't know. What do you think? Anyways, yeah, that's the last clip I got. I appreciate you watching. I like these clips. I mean, yeah. anyways, I appreciate you watching. God bless you and your families, and have an awesome day. Bye.